Believe me, this is a true story. Big letter logo in English, not in Russian, written Exadel. Still after 5-6 years, I'm still in Exadel and being very happy to be the part of this family. One day I came to the high-tech park. I knew that there was a lot of technical companies in it, so I came to the Uruchia area, which is on the east side of Minsk, and I went to a few companies that I'm not gonna name right now, but then I went to interview or give them my resume, and even there were moments that some people were looking at me like, well, what the hell are you doing here? Like usually people like apply online, like who is this guy who perhaps not familiar with the convention, but I had no choice, honestly speaking, and I had to do what I could. So when I was in this area one day, I believe from morning till lunchtime, around lunchtime it was my plan to return home. I went to the bus stop that is near the office, current office located, and I was waiting for the bus to arrive, but apparently I missed the bus. And believe me, this is a true story, even though it may sound strange. I missed the bus, and till my next bus, I had approximately 20 to 30 minutes of time, and then I was looking around more, and then I came across a company that is very big letter logo in English, not in Russian, written Exadel. So I decided, so perhaps that might be the place that can have some technical job for a person who can't speak English and can't speak any other language, especially Russian. So I decided to use this few minutes of time, went to the lobby reception of Exadel, and I remember the receptionist was very welcoming, unlike some other places that I've been to, and she openly at least accept my resume, even though this was out of usual conventions of how people from university, from different sphere apply for the job. And the receptionist tell me that will contact you, and maybe it was a day that my luck strikes that one of the Exadel managers, Jana, on that day was passing by the Exadel lobby, the reception, and Jana noticed a guy who is like speaking English, and it seems to be having something to do here. I still recall that the receptionist and Jana had some talk in Russian, and afterward they told me that they will review and call me. And basically that was the way I got my resume to Exadel, and after some time I luckily received a call, I think within a week or two, from Exadel, and I went to an interview with Jana and the Exadel management in general. I got into the training. Initially I was in some project that most of my teammates were from Ukraine, Donetsk office, I recall. And then after my training period finished, I was facing a choice to enter which categories, which department in Exadel, because you understand that I was coming just to explore the IT sphere, and the Exadel and generally together there was a decision that I would go through interviews for the junior QA position. So back in the days I entered as a junior QA engineer. The project itself, now that I'm speaking to you, it's been around more than 5 years, and I experienced a lot of different things and a lot of different sub-projects under the same project, as well as time to time participating in different projects as a consultation and different expertise area. But I grew up from juniorship, and currently that I'm speaking to you, I'm by title in Exadel is a lead QA engineer. Still after 5-6 years, I'm still in Exadel and being very happy to be the part of this family. become a lead, I had to go through, like as usual processes, both technical and soft skill, hard skill and soft skill interview. Had a lot of confidence that is needed to go through technical interviews comes from the background that you are having and years of gaining that experience, simply speaking. Yeah. Is the people basically. So I love the people that I work with on every day, even though we are in the IT sphere and in like a hardcore technical sphere, but still it's this relationship, these emotions and this teamwork that I love the most. And besides, I personally have a passion to be able to enhance experience, quality engineering and management in general. So I would say if I love the job itself, its technical perspective, and when you combine this ingredient with the people of Exadel, and it leads to perfection. Perhaps it was 2014 that I stayed till late night with some colleagues of mine from different projects to decorate the office for Halloween. I still recall, and a lot of these National Day celebrations that Exadel does, I tend to participate, sometimes to organize, sometimes to just like be an attendee simply, but I do like some cultural activities, and I'm a huge fan of generally mentorship programs and even the technical communities. I joined several Exadel communities. We had some experiences in supply chain researching, in AI and different spheres of Exadel. So I liked both technical and non-technical activities in Exadel. So this question is, as you mentioned, is quite popular. So why I stayed in Belarus? So I can't lie that at the beginning, when I came to Belarus, it wasn't my intention to stay. But after some time, I realized, and I'm telling this based on experience of living in many countries, and traveling a lot, that I realized that there is a specific calmness, quietness, and friendliness, especially comes from the people. And when I compare to previous places that I live, or the places that even my friends are living currently in different countries, I realize that Belarus is a nice, quiet, calm country to be at, and the people are very nice. And I would say the people and the atmosphere here changed my mind. And it's popular that many people are saying that, but the weather or pogoda is like very plocha or bad, and how can you tolerate that one, especially since I'm originally from Iran. It's the center of Middle East, but at the same time there are misunderstandings that it's hot always there. We have four seasons and all this stuff, but still the coldness here is more consistent. So I would say that I tend to like even the cold weather here, and even is a surprising fact that I like the winters here more than the summers even. So once you get adjusted to the atmosphere, the rest is very nice, and I'm not alone. I'm pretty sure on this opinion that Belarus is a nice place to live.
You?
Exadel for me, honestly speaking, is a place that gave me a chance. They trusted me to challenge myself, and it's a place for me to make my career. The career that I'm having today. And Exadel to me, as a foreigner living in Belarus, it's actually like a second family. Of course, my family is not living here, my mom and dad, but Exadel and the community of people and the friends that over the years I found simply gave me this family sense of feeling. And when I'm speaking of family, of course, some of you might be curious to see that there's some sort of artwork with a lot of pictures here, and these are simply the pictures of countless amount of people that over the years I work with and were my teammates, seatmates, project mate. There are pictures of people from the Exadel side, from client side, and you can see that in Exadel it's all about the people and the communication that we're having with, and that's why we even went as far as making such an artwork. It's a handmade thing, and thanks to my seatmates and teammates who really help us to do it as well. Find what they're passionate about in their job, because even I myself at the beginning I was trying to find to follow instructions, complete my task and job, but once you will be able to find your passion and what you really love in the sphere, if you're a QA, maybe someone is into REST API testing, maybe somebody loves load testing, maybe some people are into functional testing, automation, in any sphere. Like, if you find what you really love and spend time for it, you will be able to get the best out of yourself. And as a person who experienced in the sphere of QA, I would say that consistency and being attentive at what you do, it's perhaps the best advice I can tell. There's this famous expression from if I'm not mistaken, a German philosopher that says, F. von Schiller, that says that only those who have the patience to do simple things perfectly will acquire the skill to do difficult things easily. So it's all about patience and being attentive and try to learn every step of the way what you're learning in the best way possible. Then later on in your career, when you will face difficult challenges, you will be better at controlling yourself and your time management and to meet your deadlines. So that's maybe a simple advice that I can tell.